Hey, Madison. Nice to meet you. Did you find the place all right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. So take a seat. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for coming in for the interview of the assistant to the director of social media. The purpose of today's interview is just to assess certain criteria that we think will be imperative to the requirements of this position. So I'll ask you 4 questions, and then at the end I'll talk a little bit more about the position and the organization, and then if you have any questions at that point, you can ask. Perfect. Do you have any questions right now?
No, I just have my cover letter and my resume here, so I don't know if you would like those.
Oh, perfect.
now or later.
Thank you. Okay, so the first question is, if we were introducing a campaign for new software to teach college-level entry freshmen conscious consumerism, what would be your strategy for this campaign?
So a campaign to clarify to introduce new software.
Yeah, so we're trying to introduce new software to freshman level college students about conscious consumerism. So what would be your first step, strategy to end?
To introduce the campaign. Well, I would definitely try to start with making the freshmen think about what they buy and where they're getting it from, and ask them questions like, do you know where your meat comes from? And ask them questions about do you know where your textbooks were made, or do you know where that pencil, besides going just to Staples and buying it.
Yeah.
And so I would just start to introduce those concepts to them, and then I would create, I don't know if you're familiar with Bon Appetit, has those little, stands in the middle of their tables with information about how they're doing their business. And so maybe starting to disperse something kind of like that throughout campus, or some flyers, and just getting people to start thinking about it. And then maybe holding some kind of event on campus in a common area where a lot of people go. So maybe doing something in the commons and just grab people as they walk in and be like, hey, have you heard? And so then just starting to gradually increase awareness.
Would you incorporate social media at all?
Oh, definitely. So starting, I know that University of Portland already has a Facebook page made, so it's really easy just to post something on there and you're already reaching that audience. You could also create an announcement on the UP portal, and then everyone has a Portland email, so just sending out an email with that information, getting on Twitter feeds, and just using Instagram and using everything that's already set in place to ensure that you're reaching an audience, in addition to maybe setting up separate pages with links that they can find easily.
Thank you. Okay, so the second question is, if you're managing 2 campaigns at once, one for high school students and one for elementary students, how would you go about managing these 2 campaigns at the same time?
Well, I think it's definitely being able to manage your time effectively. With that being said, it's 2 campaigns. Yes, there are different audiences, but I feel like there would be a lot of overlap. So I would go about it as being what does the campaigns together need to accomplish, and then how can I orient this to more elementary students, and how can I orient this to high school students, and recognizing that they do build together, but they additionally have different aspects. And so I feel like that would be, it would have some potential difficulties, but managing your time and being able to comparing and contrasting, I feel like it wouldn't be that much of a struggle to see the 2 at the same time.
So how would you effectively manage your time between those 2?
Well, I have 3 jobs on campus right now. I'm also volunteering 3 hours a week, and I have 18 credits.
Wow.
So I have a lot on my plate, in addition to being the sophomore honors representative. And so I have a lot of experience managing my time effectively and ensuring that I am getting all of my tasks done on time and maintaining my grades, as well as meeting the criteria for each of my jobs, and as the honors rep, planning events for things. And so for me, managing my time, I feel like wouldn't be as much of a struggle. And then I definitely would try to look as much as possible at the correlation between the 2, and how they relate together. And I feel that capabilities and my skills, I would be able to effectively campaign for both.
Yeah, it sounds like you're very busy. So, if the company is moving to a new social media platform that you don't have any prior experience with, how would you go about handling the integration of this new platform?
So yes, I am I'm very much a perfectionist, and very organized, and so I would make sure that I made the connections I needed to meet with people, to learn about the platform, to talk to people, set up like informational interviews, or go and reach for connections of people that would know other people potentially that I could talk to. And because I'm so much of a perfectionist, I would make sure that I completely understood it before I went in and did it. I might also form like a group of people that did know about it so we could all collaborate and build it effectively together.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, one more question. In the case of an intra-organizational conflict, how would you address the conflict in the organization with your management?
So would this conflict be like a business conflict, or like a where, I guess it depending on like if it's like between two people?
Yeah, so maybe the scenario is that someone in a group that you're collaborating with is engaging in social loafing. So like, how would you address that conflict?
Okay. I would definitely try to communicate openly with both sides, and try to work around the conflict and make sure that parties were aware of their activities and how it was affecting the company and our goals and their their obtrusion, or have to working around them.
Yeah.
And so then I would, bring it up to the manager, but definitely make sure that I'm empathizing and I'm understanding and still working with them, and not isolating them because they need to be a part of the company, and just talking with them personally until we were able to solve the situation and work effectively.
That's great. I really like how you don't want to just like isolate that person, that you want to get them still involved in it. It's not just kind of so do you have anything else to add before we move on, just in general?
I just have a quick question that how I will be able to influence the company and how I will be able to be incorporated into the company effectively.
Okay, so you will work very closely with Nora, who's the director of social media, and she has a lot of pull in the company. She's very upper management, and so just the opportunity to work closely with her, and she works very closely with the individuals that she's managing. I know every week she likes to meet with the people that she's coaching and managing and see if they have ideas or questions or concerns, or just a free space to give you some time to open up to whatever you feel you need to say. And if you have suggestions, she's very open to that. She's always trying to integrate new things, and I know a lot of that has come from colleagues that she's had ideas from.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the organization and the position of the assistant to the director. So EdAid is a nonprofit organization that provides materials to students and educators to create a culture of conscious consumers. So we're very passionate about sustainability and about advocating for the planet. The position that you applied for is the assistant to the director of social media, which is Nora. If you're hired, you'll be working closely with her, like I said, and this position will be really to develop new projects, new campaigns on how to get our software out there to the individuals that can make use of it. So do you have any questions or concerns about the position? I know you asked the question earlier, so.
No, I'm really looking forward to learning more about social media. I feel like I'm pretty proficient in computers, but having this opportunity to broaden my skill set. It's very exciting.
We like to have excited individuals. So you can expect to hear about the position in about a week. We'll be sending out emails. So it's really nice to meet you today. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you out.
Thank you.